It's the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show with Lady Luck, Bad Bunny, and I go by Miss Lissa. We gon' wake that ass up. It's the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show, and Cheese Show. We give you what you need, yo. You need, yo. Every 3 times a week, yo. It's the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show, and Cheese Show.
Yeah, bacon, egg, and cheese, about to wake that ass up. Girl, who is you playing with? Wake that ass up. Told your big daddy when you wake your ass up. Yo, what is you waiting for? Wake that ass up.
After we do the show, then stop. Then what? Subscribe it like it's hot. After we do the show, then stop. Now what? Subscribe it like it's hot. Now subscribe it like it's hot. Now subscribe it like it's hot. BEC, so subscribe it like it's hot. So subscribe it like it's hot. So subscribe it like it's hot. BEC, so subscribe it like it's hot. Subscribe it like it's hot. Subscribe it like it's hot. Everybody share the love, share the live. It's Freaky Friday. You know the vibes. It's your favorite dish, baby. Bacon, egg, and cheese, Lady Luck, Babs Bunny, and Beyonce. Where is Babs?
Babs right there. Yo, you know what, ladies and gentlemen? I want to start bringing back Freestyle Friday. Like, because there's so many rappers out here. There's so many rappers. Pinky Lip was good. We're going to start bringing back that talent show. Hey, oh. All right, let's get it going.
Shout out to today's sponsors, New Year University. You can head to MissLissaKnows.com, grab you a mug, get a little hoodie. You can even get a hat if God is your publicist. Use the code BEC and you'll save some bacon, egg, and cheese.
That's what's up. Well, shout out to Lucky CBD. We got a new logo. We got new products. Lucky CBD, we'll be launching that extremely soon. Shout out to Sunday Glasses line. We coming through with that. Shout out Lucky Crowns. We got some new designs for that. I'm about to put a commercial up for that. Shout out to Lucky Sounds. We got some TV shows under our belt. They wrapping up right now, so make sure you send that music in. And yeah, we're just building the enterprise over here. Enterprise.
And don't forget about the first lady of the streets, Brooklyn Babs, Queen of the Ring, creating her own platforms and sharing it with other artists as well. We have to support each other. It's all about entrepreneubians supporting entrepreneubians. So if you support the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show, make sure you are also following our channel after the show. Head to YouTube, go to the search box, type in Bacon, Egg, the letter N, Cheese Show, hit subscribe, and don't forget to tap that notification bell because you don't want to miss any exclusive content. Shout out to Brina Beats, shout out to Overflow, shout out to Star, and everybody in the kitchen helping us to cook up your favorite dish. Al.
Bunny getting money, what up? Me and Babs about to have a battle.
No, battles don't go well on this show. So
not on this show. We said, we're gonna do
battle. You need to hit up for y'all. Of the what? Need to hit up.
Smoke both of y'all.
I will smoke you right now.
I don't want. I'm good. I'm good. So now, speaking of battles, I want y'all to take a look at this matchup and let me know: is this bars or bricks? Let's go to the videotape. Cause Babs, you might need to put her in a sparring session.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Both, but I've also been from coast to coast, east and west, and I come with the most intensity, so I'll be the best to represent. Only seems fitting. Not only do I show up to the shows, put on a show, and my best clothes I put on. So when it comes time for these guys to go to the polls and cast their votes, they take one look at your face and you's going home. But boom,
Now, was that bars or bricks? Like Babs, would you book her for a show? Like, can she get in the Queen's court, or should she stay on the bench?
I absolutely will book Becky. You damn right, I will book Becky.
Becky with the bars.
Becky with the bars, and actually I've been, you know, trying
Hello.
to make that happen.
Hello.
Yo,
You
bro,
know.
tell us where you call it from. It look nice and bright.
Yeah, Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, we out here.
How y'all
We
feeling?
good, we
GA,
good.
what's up?
What you think about Shorty rapping just now? They have her, what's her name? Brittany
Becky.
Bars. How you feel about that?
Hey, yo, I thought she was whack. My favorite one is Yoshi G. You heard of her?
Yeah, of course. We just was down here. You missed the battle with Yoshi G and Dawn Lady. They had that battle right here in Atlanta. You missed it.
Yeah, I was supposed to show up. Who won?
Shit, you gotta wait for that footage. I know it's on demand right now. That is the queen of the ring leader, Brooklyn Babs.
I just wanted to show some love to the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show. Y'all are my favorite. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing your thing.
You got an exotic look. I like that, brother. You know, you got the red hair, the light skin. Shout out to us. Okay?
Hell yeah.
So it's good to get a little light skin on here. Appreciate you, brother. Thanks for calling in. Anything you want to shout out for you?
Yeah.
Anything
Hey, one love to all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing your thing. We're going to keep tuning in.
All right, appreciate you, bro.
You heard?
All right, that is I Am Boogie the Don. Make sure y'all follow him on this Friday. Whoa! Let's go.
Make sure you are also following the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show on Instagram. We got to get these numbers up. You say you love the show. Well, show us what you got. Go to our Instagram page for the show. Make sure you are following the show. And don't forget to support the show on YouTube. We need those subscribers, and we need to get those numbers up because that's where we're going to be moving soon. We're going to be taking our party to YouTube. And you don't have to pay $1,000 to hang out with us like you do with Chris Brown. So Chris Brown is in the news. Black Twitter is going crazy because he charged fans $1,000 for a VIP meet and greet. Here's some of the photos. You know, let us know what you think. Would you pay $1,000 to have Chris Brown, you know, cuff daddy with you, lifting you up and taking exclusive pictures? You can look like that's your homeboy. You can do jail pictures and thing on Twitter. He's gonna scoop you up.
Take the $1,000 and take Chris Brown out for like some drinks or, you know, something to eat. I don't mind you know, spending to chill with certain people. That's Chris Brown at the end of the day. So $1,000 I feel is light. Like, you know, that's just how I feel. If you got a problem with it, don't go to the meet and greet. Obviously,
that
people
meet
paid.
and greet.
Yeah,
they want to know why it
exactly.
wasn't a little extra.
And he was nice. He was turned up with them. You see, he was having a good old time. I think the $1,000 was worth it. Chris Brown is definitely worth $1,000.
Well, I got a picture with Chris Brown for free, and I was like, Miss Lissa, wake up! Here goes Chris. And she said, what? Click, and that's how we got the picture. So shout out Chris Breezy. It looked like we was really breezing in the picture. Shout out Chris.
I asked somebody that was completely awake just to wake me up to take her photo, the non-photographer, but she got it for free. The picture was taken.
Yes, and I didn't have to pay for mine either. So shout out to Chris Brown. You know, if it's a meet and greet, if you want to go and greet him and meet him and talk to him for a few minutes, you gotta pay. I don't think that if you know in passing and they like Chris Brown could have a picture, I don't think he's gonna be like, give me $1,000. I think he would say no. But if he's gonna do it, I don't think he would want to get paid for it.
I think that's fire. You know, all the pictures I'm taking, I'm charging people $10. I'm gonna start charging.
That's a whole fact. I'm not taking no more free pictures. Fuck that shit.
Oh, I mean, it was for the VIP experience after the show. So, I mean, everyone doesn't get the opportunity to hang out with Chris after the show. So, you know, if you want to do that, you have to pay. Just like Babs was saying the other day on Wednesday, you have to pay for these characters to play with your children, pause, at these
Pause.
So we have a video of someone enjoying their time at Disney World, and you can see the character not only gave him an experience. He also ignored the people that was not the complexion for the protection. He even doing a dance with him. Look at that white boy trying to tap him. He's like, nah. I'm fucking it up with the shoulder right now. Can't do it. So Babs was right. Except there was a brawl, they're saying, at Disney World. Disney World. So I guess Disneyland and Disney World are two different places. So at Disney World, there was a massive brawl. And we're going to go to Lady Luck Chanel Jones for more about the brawl.
Courtney, what up?
Well, apparently there was a brawl at Disney. From what I understand, it was two families. One girl had left and went to the car to go get her phone or something. So when she came back, her family was in front of these people, and she was trying to get through, and they was making it difficult. So I guess everybody went through and did whatever they were supposed to do, and then when they left, like when they went to the outside, girl, I guess the family probably shit like, yo, we don't like what you did to our sister. We don't like how you tried to hold her back. And then it was a big brawl, and everybody started throwing punches, and yeah, that's how it went down.
That's crazy. Courtney, shout out to Courtney. What up, Quest? What up, the Dawn? I see you. Yeah, like I said, Disney World is popping. You're never gonna see no shit like that at Sesame Place. You never. So at the end of the day, Disney World is where you need to be. Your kids are gonna dance with Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse. You're gonna eat good. You're gonna have a good drink, and you're gonna get entertained by a brawl. It's always good to see a fight. It's never good to be in it, but it's always good to see it. I love watching.
Keep talking. We got the video.
Yeah, I love it. Look, they was dressed for Disney World. They had the red shorts on. Look, babe, this is what I'm talking about. You're never gonna get this type of entertainment at Sesame Place, okay? And y'all better understand. Don't worry about nobody getting shot and stabbed because Disney World has metal detectors, okay? So you don't have to worry about that happening. This is gonna be a good old-fashioned fight. Period.
Well, I hear you on that one, but shout out to everybody at Disney World. I personally don't want to see a good fight. If somebody start talking crazy to me online or something like that, I'm gonna just keep it pushing. I'm gonna just keep moving because it is low class. I don't want you pulling off my wig. I'm in a different space, But I mean, so I'm
here for the low classness. I am here for the low classness and the white trashness. I am here for the entertainment, baby. And as much as them damn Disney World tickets cost, it costs just as much as going to see a boxing fight. Damn Mayweather seats. So at the end of the day, yes, I want to see a fight. Yes.
I mean, I'm straight.
Well, if you want to see a fight, you might also see a fight at a Rotimi performance, but that's only if he's singing songs that the DJ don't want to hear. So then at a recent performance with Rotimi, he played Dre on Power. He was singing a song that, the DJ was like, that ain't it. Sing this song. This is the song we want to hear. And this is what happened. No. So this is the song. He wanted to hear that song. We ain't gonna play too long just in case of copyright issues. So yeah, the DJ wanted to hear the song that was on the radio, True. And Rotimi was like, "You not ready though." So he wanted to sing other songs. He wanted to sing some newer songs. He wanted to sing some of his songs that he's been recently working on. The DJ was not hearing it, so he ran it, stopped the play, and he was like, "Sing this song." How would you ladies handle that situation as performers? Would you listen to the DJ? Would it have been some smoke? Would you have treated it like it was Disneyland? What would you do?
It's Disney World now. It's up. It's up. It's up. Whoever I'm with, I'm cursing you out. I'm wilding out. Who are you? You're not my DJ. Like if it was my DJ, you know, we gonna have words, and then I'll see you after the show. See, people need to go back and look at the footage with with Big Cap and Biggie. You know what I mean? Biggie, I think, threw the microphone at Big Cap or something crazy. Like, no, don't play with me. Don't turn those songs off and be like, this is the one I want to hear. Like, we got a problem. I don't even think I'm gonna finish the show. Like, I'm what? Nah, now this is Disney World. See, ain't no peaceful love. Now you come turn my music off. This is what I want to hear. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's why we got to make it to sound check. And at the end of the day, I would have barked on him too. And the crowd would have been on my side because I would have been in the mic. I'd have been like, yo, fuck is wrong with this nigga? And then the crowd would have been like, yeah, fuck is wrong with you?
And they'd have been like,
move this man.
that's how it's going down over there. Don't move that. There's a meeting in my bed. In my
bed.
Hey.
I haven't had a meeting in my bed. Man, listen. Man.
It's okay. There's a meeting in my head, pause. I've definitely been working on myself internally, so I don't feel like we should be casually, you know, engaging in anything at this point. So that's what we're doing right now. We just gonna work on ourselves. How do y'all feel about casual sexual experiences? So what was it? I can't find the meme right now, but it was just saying that sex is so crazy and so special that people shouldn't be sharing it casually. Do y'all agree? Or do y'all feel like one night stands is okay?
Both our mamas is watching.
Hence why I'm being honest, you know, shout out to the mothers. I'm not engaging in this type of behavior. I feel like women need to work on themselves and stop sharing themselves with people that are not deserving of you. Once you understand your value, you won't share yourself with people that don't. And that means sexually, spiritually, and mentally. I am Miss Lissa, and I approve this message.
Well, I say to each his own. You know, if you want to have a one-night stand, have a one-night stand. If you want to go home drunk, alone, you know, nothing's happening. You know you lit. You could have been lit, but you chose to have morals and shit. You know, so I'm here for the people who sometimes put their morals to the side for a slide. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't have in-house vajayjay and panini. Everybody don't have in-house panini. You know? What's up?
What's good with it? What's going on, y'all?
Hello, welcome.
Good. Welcome.
Yeah, I had to make it bright for y'all real fast.
All right, where you calling from?
California.
Oh shit, where the good bud at?
Oh yeah, but I'm from the Bronx though. You know what I mean? I just been out here for like 8 months though.
How you like it?
It's dope. You know what I mean? I'm into the stock market. You know what I mean? But I have like a clothing line that I'm, you know what I mean, starting up right now. So I'm trying to get everything situated out here. But you know, my family does other things out here. But it's dope though.
Have you had any casual sex since you've been out there?
Actually, no. I'm on Miss Lissa right now. To be honest.
Oh,
I mean,
Miss Lissa? Like, wait, how are you on Miss Lissa? Like,
nah, I mean, I'm on her type of mindset. Yeah, you first of all. Yeah.
Okay, so you
not you know what? But if you'd have asked me that a year ago, I would have, you know what I mean? But like nowadays, the way the world is working right now and the way these people are out here is like you got to reserve your energy. The best energy that you have for yourself, you got to hold on to it. Because some people out here don't mean you no good. You know what I mean? You got people out here that just take from you, and your energy and your time is the most important thing in life, and you got to reserve that. Like,
that's true. So just stay away from the Casamigos, because the Casamigos will have you forget everything you just said, and you would just be doing what you do.
But you want to know something, Babs? I don't even drink no more.
There you go.
See? Yo,
it's a chain reaction.
Yo, you know what's so crazy? I was telling like last year. I mean, I was heavy alcoholic. Like I was drinking every single day. I was clearing a little thirsty.
Yeah, I was an alcoholic.
I was heavy, and I prayed that God removed the taste of alcohol. And it's crazy because like now I don't even drink like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a full bar downstairs that would have been gone when I was, you know, like a couple months ago. So
absolutely, absolutely.
That way either. I gave my mom's my bag of blow, you know, not blow, smoke. I gave my mom's. I said I've been smoking too much. You know, take that away from me. You know, I get back to my CBD. Because you know, it just has a different effect.
You want to know something? I'm gonna keep it real with you. I still smoke weed, but alcohol is a dangerous drug.
Yeah.
The reason why alcohol is a dangerous drug, because even after you quit drinking, you still have long-term effects. I've created anxiety, bad anxiety, because of alcohol. Because you got to think about it. When you smoke a cigarette and you stop, you looking for it. You like, damn, your body, you like, yo, I need a cigarette, I need a drink, I need that. So I've created that after drinking. So now I have to fucking deal with that, and I'm not even drinking no more. So it's a lot of mental shit with drinking that'll fuck you up long term, man. And if you
oh man, where you go, homie?
I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, she said some good shit too.
Nah, real shit. It'll affect you as a human being. Like it's not a good thing. It destroys your body. It's not good. You know what I mean? And then you start to see how good you are after drinking, and it's like a motivation. You know what I mean? I'm in the gym every day. I do my thing. I don't even think about it. You know what I mean? And you got to do it for yourself. You got to want to do it. Can't do it because somebody else tell you to do it.
Right. Yo, just to clarify, I told my mom to hide my weed, not for her to go smoke. Because she's in the comments, she's bugging out on me. No, I asked her to put it away. She's very good at hiding stuff. So hide it from me. Thank you. But now, congratulations on you beating that. You know, it's an everyday struggle. Me, I took my time off of it. You know, like I weaned off of it. And I ain't going to act like I got anxiety pill or two laying around here. So, yo, you know what I mean?
Nah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Whatever you got to do. But join us tomorrow. We got a little prayer. I know you.
Nah, definitely. I'm always tapping in with y'all since the beginning. So I'm already here. Y'all appreciate it. I appreciate the love. I appreciate everything, man. Y'all doing y'all thing, yo. You know what I mean? So I'm going to be here. I ain't going nowhere.
All right, love.
I appreciate you.
No problem. Y'all be good.
All right, that's Show Love. And Show Love has showed love and brought it back. Make sure y'all follow the homie.
Now, you know, liquor has never been my go-to thing, but it's a lot of people I know that's they go-to. The same way I wake up and roll up, they'll wake up and have a drink. But it is, when they say wines and spirits, it is like, you know, I've seen people turn into a completely different person when they drink. Like, it could be, some people turn into funny. Like, people tell me I'm a funny drunk. They be like, yo, you a funny drunk. But that funny drunk could turn real quick, right? But you got people that's a violent drunk that get drunk and, you know, they want to start trouble. They want to fight. Then you got people that's a depressed drunk. They get drunk and then they want to cry. Like, so, you know, I'm just happy that, you know, my choice of drugs was marijuana. You know, it could be expensive at times, but it doesn't really change me into a completely different person, you know? So.
Well, I know it depends on what it is. Like, I'm not really into dark liquor. Dark liquor take me someplace else. I cry. I definitely cry off when I'm drunk. You know what I'm saying? It all depends on what's going on. Me and Miss Lissa was crying one day.
Yo, I have a very close family member that is a crybaby when she drinks. And every time she drinks, by the end of the night, she's boohoo crying, telling everybody she loved them. And,
yeah, that's me.
You know, yeah.
I'm lit first. I'm lit.
Yeah.
I'm lit. I'm turned up. We there, but I will get a good crying when I'm drunk. Like, yo, I love you. You know what I'm saying? So,
it's either I love you or I'm sorry.
I start crying. I mean,
yeah.
Shout out my baby in the comments. We be crying.
I don't want to cry when I get drunk. I want to listen to music that bang. Do, 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 do. Yeah, and I'm trying to go crazy. I ain't trying to cry. Shit.
I know that.
I cry when I'm sober, nigga. There you go. Hey. Oh, get it. I cry when I'm sober. Fuck out of here.
Stupid. Oh, you can't get their Instagram.
Definitely crying because this jewelry store was not only protecting their energy, but they were protecting their jewelry at all costs. This is the kind of protection you need to have over your heart. Let's take a look.
Stupid.
If persistence was a person, okay, so after trying to break the glass 11 times, he realized that glass was unbreakable, unshakable. So how do y'all feel about the Brick Bandit? Do you feel like, you know, he should have gave up a long time ago? Do you feel like life is about persistence? And are you guarding your energy the way this jewelry store is guarding their jewelry?
I'm definitely trying to do that.
I'm doing that.
Yeah, but I'm guarding my energy the way that the jewelry store was guarding the jewelry. But it's the crazy time right now, and people are wilding. They just want it. You see how many times he was really trying to break this glass that was not breaking? You got people running into people's house. Marlo from Atlanta Housewives, they ran to her house while she was in the house, robbed her. All these other people, they running in their house while they sleeping and robbing them. Like, yo, these bums.
Damn, you should have let me go first. Because I was going to tell you a story where it happened to me, but then, like, now you did all that. I'm just like, I ain't going to say nothing.
Go ahead.
Now you say these bums. You know what I mean? I'm like, I wouldn't know. Back in the day, I was a criminal. So, like, this was 20 years ago, 2002. Somebody had told me that a BB gun breaks glass. So I went to go do something I had no business doing. That person lived on the first floor, so I had to climb down. You know how you got the screen door? You had to climb down. So I'm down in this pit, like this, you know, I guess that's what he had, a barbecue and stuff. I'm down in this pit, and it's just me in this window. So I shoot it, and then the BB gun hit the window, then bounce off and hit me. So I keep shooting it, and every time I shoot the glass, the BBs is popping off and hitting me. After getting hit by like 6 or 7 times, I left. I wasn't a successful criminal. My movie is going to be hilarious because of
low class.
The BBs, and they hurt.
That's some low class shit. Low class.
Ricochet BB hurt. They ripped through my jeans, so I lost. You know, window 1, luck 0. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, speaking of low class.
Y'all kiss my ass. Okay? Y'all kiss my ass.
And instead of the people in the store helping the store clerk that collapsed, they started robbing the place. Take a look at this video.
Wait, what?
So they realized he fell. They're like, wait, what? Is he dead? What's going on? It's like, yo, why I even pay for that shit? Yo, go get something else.
Take the lottery tickets, man.
You stupid.
Okay, Brooklyn Bad.
Oh, 911.
That's all I want.
Nah. Why the music though?
So the music is funny and crazy.
If you
but yeah, so
in the store and get behind the counter and you don't go directly for them lottery tickets, I'm done with you. I'm done with you.
Is that not low class if you do that though?
According to low class.
I'm calling 911, and if I'm with Babs and she's going behind the counter, I say, hey, I told you my stories of what I used to do. I had to pay karma back. You're from back there. It's a setup. She just said in the last story she's protecting her energy. You don't see when the devil messes with you. See, listen, I can tell y'all these stories of when I was criminal, right? And freely, only because I paid karma back. Karma does not play with anyone. I think we just lined our thing up like last year. I'm talking about everything that I ever did. So if anybody give me $1 extra, a penny extra, anything, I don't want it. It's a setup. It's a setup. Somebody's fall out in the store and you can get whatever you want. I get scared. It's a setup. The car is outside with the key and running the ignition. It's a setup.
Not me. He would have failed. I would have looked up and said, it's my day. It's my day.
What happened
It's my day. It's my day to play.
What?
I'm going around and I'm getting them scratch-offs, baby. And I'm going to be scratching.
I'm
going to be scratching. You know that weight thing that it shake your arm? You know the shaker that you use for your arm? I'm going to be scratching.
What happened to the energy? I thought you
know that they can actually track down, like they'll know the lotto tickets that were in that store based off the serial numbers and the barcodes. So when you go to win or you go to, get your winnings, you might end up in jail. Don't pass go, don't collect.
Nah, I found it. I found this.
So you gonna lie and steal. If you can lie, you can steal. If you can steal, you can kill.
Yo, my mother told me that. My mother said the other day. I said, "Who came up with that? If you could lie, you could kill." That's so crazy. Like, gosh, that's so crazy.
Now,
if you can lie, you can steal.
I believe of what Babs was saying. Like sometimes, right? You never lost money or drop money in the street. So then when you find money in the street, I feel like that's the universe giving you your karma because you had lost money before. So that type of thing, I do believe. But if you in a store and somebody collapses, it's just to help them.
Going in his pocket. I'm going in his pocket.
Help yourself.
I'm dirty. I'm from Brooklyn, baby. I'm from Brooklyn, baby. We going in the pocket. We like, you all right? Why we going in the pocket? You all right?
Well,
Keep breathing. Somebody call 911.
I will stay there. And if I go down, if I'm someplace and people decide to do some type of robbery, I'm not leaving with y'all. Okay? Because I've been to jail. I know what jail is like. I'm staying right here. I did not know those people. When we got you on camera and I call with them, I hitchhiked here. I do not know them, but I didn't steal nothing. I'm staying right here. I'm not going back to the jail. Clink, clink, slammer. No. Only people who never been there before be like, yeah, I'll break the law. Okay, I am rehabilitated. Habilitated.
Well, is there anyone in the comment section that you want to pull up and get any opinions before we move on to this next topic? Because this next topic is a crazy one. And you talk about 911 and putting things in a pocket, but this is weird. So before we go into, how are you?
Hello.
Oh shit! I'll call you back. Okay.
It'd be mad funny when somebody call you and then say they'll
I'm gonna call you back.
I be knowing when they don't realize they on the live. Yo, that used to happen to me all the time on Bigo. I used to be so tight, yo.
I'm gonna call you back.
Yo, well, I just did one. I remember that happened with LL, and I didn't even have a wig on. I didn't know he was pulling me up. I see you going live with LL Cool J. I said, what? I put my wig on. I was trying to fix it while it was on. Turn the camera. I was like, damn.
Yo, speaking of wigs, I was on live one time, and I had this long wig on, right? It was really long past my butt. And I forgot to swoop it when I sat down. And so I sat, and I sat on the wig, and the whole shit just the whole shit slid.
Oh, you crazy. Well, no. Next topic, Miss Lissa.
Sometimes you gotta shift that wig, and now we're gonna shift topics. So there was an anesthesiologist who was arrested for sexually assaulting women while they were sedated. So women that were getting, C-sections, he would tell their husbands, their wives, whoever, that they were not allowed to stay in the room. And then while they were sedated, he would stick his eggplant in their mouth. So they caught him on tape because the hospital staff actually was concerned that he was administering too much of the anesthesia and that people were too asleep. Like, they were like, what's going on? So they put the camera there as an investigation, and they found out that he was actually doing this while women were sedated. And there was a man that when he saw them he saw the story on the news, he said he knew something was wrong when his wife had a C-section and they removed, the guy told him, you can't be in the room. He wasn't able to hold the baby when the baby was born. And now they want some restitution. How do you feel about this? What would you do if you found out that the anesthesiologist was not to be trusted? Does this make you leery about going to hospitals as a whole? This is the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show.
What up, Quiz? First of all, the Dons, we can't go in there with pistols. We have to control our anger, because if we go in there with pistols, then we can't go in there with lawyers. I don't know what I would do if that happened to me or my loved one, like my girl go in there. Like, no, that's insane. You said that what happened? I forgot the question I had. This is just I just don't even know. Like, the whole thing, the whole everything of it is insane. Was he getting like fellatio, or he just put it in their mouth and thing?
Well, they can't move, so he's getting it, but they're not moving. So he's literally just, they're sedated. So you sedate, your mouth probably already open. So he would secretly open up his zipper and he would sexually assault these women. It's basically being the R word. Technically,
they say he ejaculated. Nah. And they having a C-section. And so, wait, you said she was having a C-section, but they removed what?
C-section here, but D-section. Pause. He turns your mouth into the D-section. That's where he puts his D in these women's mouths as they are getting a C-section. He's going through the whole alphabet. Hi, welcome to the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show. What is your name? Where are you from?
Hello, ladies. My name is Becky. I'm from East Orange.
Yeah.
So Vicky, if you're watching the story that we just ran through, how do you feel about that?
Well, actually, I had a C-section myself, and personally, I think that they need to put cameras after this incident that she just said. I think they need to have cameras in there at all times now, because you don't know what these doctors be doing when they put you to sleep like that. And then you just wake up. Sometimes you wake up, you fucking throw up. You don't know what's going on. And they're scared. They put a trach in your throat or something like that. We don't know what's going on if ain't nobody in there with us, and they can't let family and loved ones come in here. So I believe that they should let cameras in there at all times, because that's a big lawsuit. That's a big lawsuit, because you don't know what jokers around here got. You know what I'm saying? And you putting your eggplant in somebody's mouth? Oh, that's disgusting. That's disgusting.
Especially a stranger.
Especially a stranger.
Not even somebody I know.
Right, let it be.
Especially a stranger.
I mean, if it was Bobby Brown, but I don't even know you.
Usher, you like,
we appreciate you.
Well, look. They do it anyway if it ain't a stranger, but I'm saying at least they know the one. But I'm talking about a total stranger, a doctor. Come on now. You don't know what's going on with that man.
Thank you for calling in, sis. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, have a good weekend too. Thank you. Oh man, I cut her off. Pretty lady, man. We appreciate.
I had an incident with a doctor years ago. I was very young. I was really young, and the doctor violated me. And so I'm not comfortable being in a room with a male doctor without a female in the room. That's just how I feel. I do agree that there needs to be cameras. I feel like somebody needs to be there to watch the doctors. Like, I'm telling you, it's crazy out here. And not only did he violate me just to violating me, I was a child. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a kid on top of that. And it's crazy out here. Like, so at the end of the day, like, it's a dangerous situation. That's why now a lot of times when you go to the GYN, if you got a male GYN doctor, a female nurse have to be in that room to watch them. When this happened to me, they didn't have that. I was in the room with this man by myself, and I didn't think nothing of it. I'm a kid. They called me in the room, and then I'm just like, hey, this is not supposed to be happening. You know what I'm saying? What's happening is not supposed to be happening. I'm old enough and wise enough to know that, and I'm like, this though, and you're telling me this is a part of a procedure, but I'm like, I don't think this should be happening. And so, you know, as time goes on and I get older, I realize that I was violated. And so at the end of the day, watch out for these doctors, yo. And don't let your kids go in there without you either. Period.
Yo, Babs, listen to me. I'm gonna call you after the show, okay? But right now, you gotta let me know where this doctor's at.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, where this doctor is at.
No, that's bad. I don't even like having male doctors, even if there is a nurse in the room, because I was going to say, it was a female, the nurse was there, and I was just having a GYN exam, but I was a teenager, and he was just like, let me make sure that everything's good, and he's like, I was like, wait a second, and the female nurse doctor was there. These male doctors be doing too much, especially I feel like when they feel like you are, you know, an adolescent and you are not. So when you're oblivious to certain things. So definitely I suggest female doctors. But you don't even know now. It could be a nasty female doctor. You just got to be very careful.
Ask people about this. Imagine like this happened, like this is a thing that happens to teenage girls. You know what I mean? Like,
seriously.
Wow.
After that, I'm never gonna have a male doctor ever again, because even if the nurse is there, he still overrides her. So it's like I just gotta make sure everything's good inside there. And what's she gonna do? No, you're not. Like, she just standing there like, okay. Like, I need somebody to be like, hell no, that ain't a part of the procedure. So for me, I'm just like, you know, protect yourself at all costs.
Even the way they talk to you.
Doctors.
Yeah, even the way they talk to you. I had a GYN recently, and I was just like, yo, I was so uncomfortable. I was extremely uncomfortable. Like, and then the questions he was asking me, and when I told him about my sexuality, and then I just was like, yeah, I don't like this. And I was just like, I need a female gynecologist, preferably a Black or Indian, and yeah.
I'm like that.
I need, yeah.
She's actually Afro Latina, but yes, it's definitely something. And someone I just saw in the comments that ran up, they said it happens to men too. Or I'm pretty sure. I mean, it happens to men at the TSA when you getting checked by TSA. They start violating, doing all types of things with the back of their hand, smacking everything, touching everything. So it's just like, you know, people do abuse their authority. So I just suggest that, you know, don't just go into anything just thinking that you have to take certain things. You have to understand that this is your right as a patient to make sure that you're going to be comfortable before anybody does any procedures on you. Now,
and let me say this real quick, Miss Lissa. Not all male doctors are bad. Actually, the best gynecologist that I ever had was a Black man. And so I just want to shout out to the good ones, but there's some crazy shit that go on, and you just got to be careful.
As far as TSA or getting searched or anywhere I go, I like this, put my hands, I start dancing, and I'll be like, woo. And if they go someplace that may feel comfortable, I'll be like, you gotta take me out to dinner first. And I do this right in the middle of the airport. Everybody be laughing and stuff, so they don't really be trying to violate. Only person who ain't find that funny was this cop. You know, she was searching me. She told me to bend over. I let take me to dinner first. She did not like that. So,
yeah.
And so I've gotten searched by females, and it felt really good, you know. And I just was like, wow, yeah, like wow. Like, I got searched in Atlanta by this chick, this AG. Yo, I was ready to come back out and give her my number. The way she patted me down, I ain't gonna hold you. I was like, what's happening here? Like, yeah. So I've had those. Shout out to the security guards, making sure everything is safe, getting into the creases, making sure you ain't got nothing tucked. and you know, stashed away. I'm here for it. I'm here for a good pat down.
You stupid.
Well, speaking of pat down, there's a black woman that shared her vacation in Istanbul, Turkey, and she was patted down. Well, people were asking to touch her hair. People wanted to take pictures of her because they're saying that seeing black people, especially black women with her big afro, is not common in Turkey. But there were some people who were upset about this. They were saying that she was not being celebrated and treated like a goddess. She was being treated like a zoo, somebody in the zoo, or like a believe it or not display. So let's take a look at the video, and then you let us know what you're thinking about her post.
As a black woman in Istanbul, Turkey, there was a whole group waiting to take pictures with me.
Can I touch your hair? Oh, I don't like when people touch my hair.
More pictures. Everyone was so nice to me. Really felt like a celebrity.
That's some scary shit.
They must have taken over 100 photos.
Oh my God!
Hannah girl. More photos.
I'm with Bring the Beat.
I had a whole crowd line up to take photos.
They would have had to pay me. I'd have got paid. I would have got paid.
Hey.
You hear me? What? Yo,
I was starting to feel awkward.
She said she was starting to feel awkward.
Fuck that. We going out there. Let's put our afros and go the fuck out there and get paid.
Head on the corner.
I'm gonna do long.
We gotta write down where sis was at. She was like,
we need the afros, Lissa. They want the natural, the afros. That is what had them. Can I?
Well, you gonna do the afro? I'm gonna do the long braids. We gonna get all the money.
Yeah, the braids too. Because let me tell y'all something. Everybody's like, oh, you know, everybody's trying to treat it like a racist thing. We're so damaged here in America. We so beat up and damaged in America. And everybody, you all have filters. We all have filters in our life with our eyes. And as we grow older, what we've seen and what we have taken in affects what we see on the outside. But once you cleanse your filters through just giving yourself knowledge and forgiving yourself and all the trauma that you've been through, you can see things differently. The world is not on the same time America's on. So here in America, we are looking at it from American standpoint, where we are just beat up and just, you know, abused. And we're like, oh my God, but you go someplace else, you're worshipped. But they don't treat you like that where you're from. Me and my girl just watched the Josephine Baker story. Here in America, they treated her horrible. She couldn't even go through the lobby of the restaurant. But over there in France, they treated her like God. So what I'm just trying to tell y'all is, like, you know, some people in here, oh, no, that's racist. Nah, man, I would have set up a box on the corner.
Hell yeah.
$100 a pick. I'm on my
prices. It's $1,000. I'm Chris Brown. It's $1,000.
Yo, ain't not for nothing. Imagine a few of us go with different complexions. Really fuck they head up.
Yo.
Fuck they head up.
I'm looking at the video like I would move there. I would move there. I would move this Istanbul.
Well, I just moved it. I wanted to know, are there black people in Turkey? Because I was like, well, if there's no real lot of, if there's not a lot of black people in Turkey, then it makes sense. But I Googled it, and it says that there are 100,000 Africans in Turkey as of 2021, and around 70% of them are located in Istanbul. So, I mean, they out there, so it's like, you know.
Maybe they don't got afros, okay? They don't got afros, and they don't look like her. She was gorgeous. She had a beautiful body, pretty face. Her hair was popping. Like, and so they was like, oh my God, look, this is a goddess. Like, yes, we outside. I'm ready to go over there too. I'm ready to snatch these blonde braids off, pick out my fucking hair. Okay?
Speak is I don't know what language it is, but learn to speak it.
Turkish.
Yep. I'm Turkish. What? I'm out there. See what?
Yo, that's where I want to go. We going there, the BEC show. We
That's
going
what
there.
all our viewers be at.
Yes.
You dumb.
Yo, dead ass, yo.
Yo, you crazy.
Well, speaking of dead ass, a man was dead ass when he asked for his $1,100 back for a date that he spent because her ex-boyfriend picked her up. So he was like, wait a second.
Nah.
I'm going to let her explain what happened, and then we'll talk.
Nobody likes to get their time wasted, period. So a guy takes a girl out on a first date, spends $1,100 on the bill.
That's OD.
The girl gets her ex to come pick her up from the date, and he doesn't hear from this girl again. And he files a lawsuit to sue her for wasted time. What do we think about this?
I
What was
love
his
it.
expectation such
I
that
love it.
You
I
think
love
he got it right? First of all,
Okay.
I love
it's
it.
about choices, but we're going to let you finish. Please, Babs, let us know.
I love it. You know, that dirty, low life chick that he took out. Spent $1,100 on this chick. She knew she ain't like him. She did not have to allow him to do that. That was his choice. But he made that choice because he believed that she liked him. She made him believe that, because if she would have told him, I don't like you, he wouldn't have spent that bread. So at the end of the day, she's the lowest of the lowest, okay? She could have just said, hey, pay to play, or pay, you know what I'm saying? That's it. But you want to manipulate people. You want to be conniving, and probably had her man in on it. You know, because there's some grimy chicks out here. Yeah, it's some grimy chicks. She probably had a doggy bag and bought that nigga a meal home. I'm going to tell you, it's a lot of grimy shit that goes on, because I've done it. I've went out on dates. Yes, I've done it. I've went out on dates. And
but what about the fact?
I had one girl I was talking to. I told her where to go out on the date. They went to the River Palm, and I told her what to bring me home.
Yup.
And I ordered I liked.
Really did go into this date wholeheartedly, like just clear mind, like I'm gonna see if I like this date, and maybe after the date was done, she don't like him, and she's like, I don't like this. I'm not going back to the crib. I'm sorry you spent $1,000. Here's your picture, just like Chris Brown.
Why you let him pay for it? You knew you didn't like him before he swiped his card.
Huh?
You should have went Dutch. If you didn't
like him,
Dutch,
you should have went Dutch. We in Istanbul. I'm in
Can we talk right quick? Like, yo, can we talk? Can I say something? Not for nothing. I am a shout out Zab.
What's good, Zab?
Yeah, Zab Judah. I'm a female, and I eat at all high class restaurants. I'm just letting y'all know that right now. I goes out. You could watch my timeline. The kind of date that you spend $1,100 on, like, there has to be activities that were done, like maybe a helicopter ride, or maybe no, I'm just saying, because I'm like, where would you spend $1,100? There's no restaurant that I've ever been to with two people, unless we are not even. Because I can say blind drunk, but not even. We all go out and the bill be like, $3,000, but it's a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all right now, Zab, we gotta book you for the show too, bro.
Zab, you gotta come on, Zab.
Legend. But nah, I
on this day because he got money. How we
legend? A Brooklyn legend.
He spent over $1,000, but she don't really like you, and she end up having her ex-boyfriend pick up the. I don't even think the ex-boyfriend was the problem, because he didn't know that was the ex-boyfriend. He just thought that was a friend picking her up, and then because she didn't call him afterwards, he's mad. And to you, Babs, we not going Dutch. We going bamboo. Pull out that paper, okay? Welcome to the show.
We got boxing legends at Judah in the building.
Oh my God. Yo, I ain't gonna front. I love this show, yo, y'all be talking some shit, yo. Y'all be letting niggas have it, yo.
Zab, I love you for the last 20 years. I've always asked my brother, how come you don't age? Like, do I need to start boxing people so I can look the same?
I be just working out. You know what it is? I'm just now these days I'm just giving back the gift that God gave to me. and I'm just helping kids out, helping people out. You know what I'm saying? Changing people, changing lives. You know what I'm saying? And through boxing, I'm witnessing, bro. I'm watching lives. I'm watching people change. Like, it's dope. It's dope to me. So, you know, I'm just happy to be doing what I'm doing today.
So Zab,
That's what's up. You and Lorenz Tate need to tell these men what y'all doing to stay looking young, because y'all don't age at all. Y'all need a podcast together or something, right?
Zab, the topic that we on right quick is this girl went out on a date with this guy. He spent $1,100. She had her ex-boyfriend pick her up and took her home, and the guy never heard from her again. So he filed a lawsuit for the money back that he spent. I go out places. I'm trying to figure out what could they have done for $1,100. Like,
well, they probably went to Mr. Child's. I know some restaurants that'll eat your money up right quick.
Me too, but
on some BS.
But two people.
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
remember what restaurant was that? And Bath ordered 4 entrees and 3 appetizers.
Del Frisco. But even if you go to the Chef Bay, his gold.
Maybe all right, hold up, sis. You forgetting one thing. Maybe they ordered some champagne.
Okay. Okay.
They could have put a bottle of Ace on.
That's why I said the liquor earlier, because I was like, y'all going crazy with the drinks.
A dinner, a nice dinner, and a glass of rosé bubbly Ace. Oh yeah, that's it. That's the whole 1,100.
Okay, all right. So how you feel about him suing her because she never called again? What?
That's a very smart guy, man. That's a very smart guy. Hey, you know what? Like you know what? I wish I never had that. I never had that like, energy in me to go after people and do it. I wish I had that.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I wish that's so dope to me. I was like, what? Oh, you trying to dub me? I see you in court. Like that's ill. That's a grown way of handling things, I think, today. Because you know, it could have went the other way. It could have went domestic. It could have went, you know, sour. He could have came back like, yo, I want my money back. She could have got her brothers and all, like, you know what I'm saying? It could have got different, you know what I'm saying? But he said, you know what? We're gonna handle this like some gentlemen. The law made it, so I'm gonna uphold it. You know what I mean? And he took her ass to court.
Money on filing a lawsuit, lawyers, court. You're gonna end up spending more money. What did this man? Because he didn't get
he won her. He won her. That's I'm telling you from a guy. He won her. So he said, okay, I'm gonna drag her through the mud, and then when she ain't able to stand up on her 2 feet, she gonna have to surrender to me.
Yeah, he heard.
Oh, that's what these men be out here doing.
That's the dominant shit.
Robin Hood.
Dominant shit. But that's a smart way of handling things. See, he not handling it petty. He not being petty. He can go about it other ways and get gangster. He's okay. I'm gonna take you to court. I'm gonna drag you to the mud. When I know this shit is killing you, you're gonna surrender and tap out, and then you know. But I'm gonna give you some rules to live by, and you gotta obey by them.
I'm in a relationship, but all y'all who wasted my time is coming in the mail, okay? Because it might not have been 1,100, but it was 500 because you like the drink.
But you know what I tell him? Sis, the time is more than the money.
Yeah.
For me just getting up, getting dressed, coming outside with you, fucking with you, that was more than the money.
Exactly. Yeah. I say the same shit. I be like, yo, I could get my money back, but I can't get my time back. Don't waste my time. You already know what it's hitting for. Don't try to line me for some lobster tails and some champagne and some good bud. Don't try to line me for that. I ain't the one. No.
But you got to think, right? Okay, you got to think. The way the world has designed human brains today. A woman, you see, this is the stereotype. You grow up, you get your little shit going on, you get your man, a husband, raise a family, get all that, your husband take care of that. A guy, from young, it teach you to explore, see different women, do this, do that, do this, do that. Then when you get older, get a wife, get a family, take care of your family, be a man to your family. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's just, I forgot where I was going with that.
It was different for me because my mother didn't really want me locked out in a relationship when I was young. A lot of my friends got pregnant early. They thought they was going to be with this boy forever. You know, my mother if it wasn't 2 or 3 niggas calling the crib, it's a problem. Why are you only speaking to this one boy all the time? Like,
wow.
My mother was not having it, because if you get caught up, you could get caught up. And I've seen these girls in these young relationships thinking they're going to be with this boy forever. They pregnant, they got a kid. My mom's is like, no, you outside. Tell Tom, Dick, and Harry, you outside. You want to go to the movies with one, you want to go out to eat with the other, and you go into the amusement park with the other. That's how it was. So y'all got to stop telling y'all daughters, oh, you know, just be with one guy. It's not about sex. That's what y'all get it mixed up with. No. Be outside.
But what if all of hold up, Bab. What if all of them don't? What if all the young ladies? What if the young lady like all 3 guys? Every time she hang out with them, she like all 3 of them.
I think
that's fine. That's fine.
That's very.
So you say don't. So you say don't have sex with all 3 of them, though.
No, I mean you shouldn't, but you know you got to make smart decisions. Now my
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna get caught up. You're gonna get caught up somewhere. Some transportation you get caught up. From dinner to the house, from the club to the house, somewhere in there you gonna get caught up. You know.
I ain't get caught up. I was outside. I ain't had no babies. These other chicks, they had morals and shit, but they had kids. They was in high school, junior high school with a belly. What? I'm in the park. I'm watching them play basketball, smoking my J. I ain't got time for that. I'm trying to be somebody in life. These bitches was pregnant at 13, 14 years old. I was not having that.
Well, shout out.
All right, hold up. So hold up. I was also a young father. I was a father at 15. I was a father at 15, and for me, it just built manhood out the gate. Like what? You got a baby, but what you talking about? You gotta take care of somebody. Like you gotta work hard and get it. So I was,
you know, that kind of 15-year-old work. Like you, at the end of the day, it's different for a woman. She got the baby. All right.
Okay, what I mean for me was it was in the boxing. I was a young fighter, so not meaning go to work, meaning my inspirations and my goals. Whatever my goals are, I gotta be on it. Like you know, it was boxing for me. So I had to be the best at everything to get to the highest level so that I could be, you know what I'm saying? That's where I had to maintain myself at a high level of boxing in order to be able to earn and take care of my child.
No but who joke. Financially took care of the kid when you was 15?
Yeah, of course. My mother and my father, of course.
There you go.
100%.
That's what I'm saying. But my mother wasn't trying to do that.
But they wasn't. I mean, but they wasn't like, oh, this volunteer to take care of Zab's kid. Hell no. It was like, nigga, we hold you down, but here's your tab. Like I had a tab. Like I ain't even gonna front to you. I had a real tab. You know what I'm saying? But then, you know, and that's crazy because at a young age, now I'm thinking back. At like 16, I started earning money. I started, you know, I was on a national amateur program where I was like getting like $1,500 a month. You know what I'm saying? So I started like it made. So what I'm basically saying is that it made me get to the point where I got to go out and do something to create some finance.
But can I ask you this? Can I ask you this, Zab? As a man who was a father at a young age, would you tell another young boy at 15 years old that it's okay for him to be a father?
100% not. I was a child. I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it. I didn't even understand what the hell was going on. Like, I got a kid? What you mean I got a kid? I'm waiting for my mama to cook dinner so I can eat. You know what I'm saying? What you mean the kid need food? Like, I didn't understand that. What you mean? I didn't understand that. You know what I'm saying? But I understood the other part, the little quick, little fast, little, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't understand the manhood part. So I had to grow into that. I had to grow. I mean, I had to become that. I had to become a father. I became a father young.
But you know what I the fact that you didn't let it take you to a dark side. You used that motivation and inspiration to become the legendary person that you are now. And
because he had a good family too. That plays a part.
100%. That plays the biggest part. That's the biggest part.
Hey, but I'm saying
my brother was a father at 15. My brother had 3 kids by the time he was 18.
Oh wow!
And my mother held him down.
I thought you were about to say he had 3 kids at 15. I was about to go, wait a minute. Wait.
He was wild. He was wild. Like,
yeah. And if it wasn't for my family, my nieces and nephew would not be, you know what I'm saying? So when the family does play a part. So Zab had a good family that 100%. Held him down, and them holding him down gave him the opportunity to keep pushing in the path that he wanted to go, to be the man that he needed to be.
Well, shout out to the parents thing. God is good. God is
good. Shout out to the parents.
Yo, Zab, tell us really quick, before you get out of here, you said you're helping the youth. Tell everybody, promote whatever it is, if we could all help out, or how can we be a part of it?
Yeah, Celebrity Championship Boxing, you know what I'm saying? I got a boxing gym here in California, here in the Valley, and our kids, like people know, I love the kids, man. I love to help the kids, and you know what I'm saying, the adults, the people, everybody that's trying to learn boxing. I'm at 4901 Topanga Canyon Boulevard. I'm in Woodland Hills. Pull up. Let's get it. CCB, the biggest and the best Celebrity Championship Boxing.
Yeah, we appreciate.
I wish I was there, because my son is 8 years old. I need him to be in your life. I need you. Listen, he got a bully in school too, and then I seen the bully, and the bully is way bigger than him. And so
that don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. I got my guys, my kids in my class that tell you, we train for that. Up high with the bullies. Up high, up high, up high. Get the bullies out of there. Oh yeah. See me,
that's right.
I was a kid. So my father was a fighter. He was a kickboxer. So at 5 years old and stuff, he used to take us to the gym with him. Just while he trained, we run around playing with the bags. At the age of 5, he started showing us how to really, do how to really hit the bag. We was fast learners. By 6 years old, it was a tournament in New York City called the Give a Kid a Dream Kid Gloves Tournament, and you had to be 6 years old and up. And we got in the tournament, and that was my first fight at 6 years old. So from 6 years old, so my career goes from 6 years old to 41. 6 years old to 41. That's all I ever did. I never had a job. I never did no other sports. I never did nothing else but fight. And I'm only 44 right now, so it's like
the movie. Wait for the movie.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that movie.
And remember, in between all of this, good stuff, boxing stuff, I still have my New York City lifestyle. Oh my God. And Babs, y'all know, look, y'all know. I was outside. young outside for real.
Yo,
tunnel, all that.
I knew Zab since I was like 18, 19 years old, and outside. And I already knew you was outside because I was outside. So I saw you outside. So well, we appreciate that. We definitely want to, stay locked in with you. We want to book you for another show where you're just giving us your experience, inspiring the people. But definitely thank you for pulling up to the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show.
Yes, and I'm going to holler at you because I'll fly out there just so you can rock out with my son here and there. Like,
you're
because,
gonna love it. It's worth it.
Yeah, he needs that in his life, because I seen that kid. I said, "Whoa!" I was ready to put the kid in the headlock. He was so big.
No.
Whoa!
You gonna watch your mother beat up? Look what you did to your mother. Because what you was trying to do to my son. Go get your mother. Harlem. Go get your mother. Because clearly somebody needs to mother your mother. So go get your mom. Let me go talk to your mom.
We got to sign you up for the CCB. She got energy, boy. Double the jab up. Bring the double the jab up. Bring the left to the body. Hook back to the head. Watch him sit down.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care who it is.
I'm going to
write down.
Write that down. Zab Judah, that is Miss Lissa, media maven, talk show phenomenon, and just an all-around incredible genius person. We thank you for joining the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show. We love
you.
Thank you,
love you too. I love y'all too. I'll catch y'all later.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
New Zab forever.
I love Zab. That was so good. And I'm really going to bring my son to go rock with him out. Like, even if I have to fly him out there 3 times a year, let me make it happen.
Go for the summer.
Yeah.
The rest of the summer, at least, you could definitely go. Now, before we go, we have an advice question. So I just want to get your opinion. And if you are in the comment section, please let us know what you feel about this. So It says, I need advice. I was at the grocery store with my 4-year-old son and my new man. My son started talking to the man in line behind us. I apologized to the man and said, sorry, my son likes to talk. The man said, it's okay. Are y'all from here? We were visiting New Bay in Charlotte, North Carolina. I tell the man we're from Detroit. The conversation carries on vaguely. And then my boyfriend said, I'm too friendly and disrespectful. Was she wrong for conversing with the man in line? Was she being too friendly? This is a new relationship. Are these red flags? All of that and more. This is the Bacon, Egg, and Cheese Show. Lady Luck, Babs, Bunny, people in the comment section, how do you feel about this? Who was being too friendly? Who was being too much? Lady Luck.
Psycho.
Yeah, I'm out of here. Me personally, I'm a friendly person. I'm a social butterfly. And I know it's been hard, you know, when I used to talk to people in the past who just don't understand that. You know, like, damn, you always flirt. I by a compliment just because that's what we do in ministry. You know, we walk around.
Yeah.
Even if I don't like your jacket and I lie and say I like your jacket, you know what I mean? Just to help people. I feel like that's insecurity, like y'all saying in the comments, and that's the type of situation to be in. Now it's all about the body language too. Because, like, you know, like if you're just talking, you having a regular conversation, cool. But if it's like, you know, all giggly and it's like, you know, I had to see how her conversation went. Shout out Fat Short. But if it was just, you know, if it was just like, you know, regular conversation, you know.
And Babs?
Well, I was in a relationship with somebody who felt like, you know, I flirted a lot. But like Luck said, like, this is my job. I'm not flirting. I'm being friendly, you know? And then it's like, I see girls, I be like, hey, how you doing? They like, hey, Babs. I'm like, how you doing, beautiful? And then she's mad because I said, how you doing, beautiful? Or because I complimented a female. I'll be like, oh, your hair look nice. Or, oh, girl, you look good. You doing your thing. And she got her face screwed up. She tight.
I don't like
yeah, I don't like that. It's a lot. And it started to make me not want to take her out with me. You know what I'm saying? And that became a problem. Oh, you want to have, you know, this separate life. And I'm like, no, I don't want to have a separate life, but I don't want to feel like I'm a kid when I'm out with you and I gotta, you know, oh, I can't speak to this person because when we get home, we gonna be arguing. And, you know, that whole, what's wrong with you? Nothing. That shit, that nothing all day, all night, but you walking around acting like something, I hate that. Nothing? Okay, bitch, well, then it's nothing then. I'm out. That's what type of time I'm on. Right now, I'm never dealing with that shit.
Yeah,
never.
I don't like that. I'm not here for that controlling shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. Like, you're an adult, I'm an adult. Like, we adults. You know what I mean? So, and it takes a certain type of person to date a celebrity or somebody who's in entertainment or, you know, the life of the party. You know, it takes a certain kind of person to understand you and what you're doing, because it's like, I'm not gonna sleep with them. I'm not getting their phone numbers. I'm not doing all of that. And then also, if somebody keeps talking to you about something that comes so naturally to you, it's your personality, and you try to, you know, quiet that down to please them, it causes a resentment. You know what I mean? And then now you become a completely different person, all because somebody else, you trying to have somebody else be happy or something like that.
Yeah, like it becomes really bad. And somebody in the comments said that it got to be a balance. It do have to be a balance, but I understand that, but the other person has to understand that. The other person really, it's hard for them to understand what goes on with a celebrity, with an entertainer. So at the end of the day, that becomes a problem. You know, my one of my exes, she stopped following me on social media because motherfuckers was leaving heart eyes. I'm like, they fans, are you mad at me? Because somebody said I look nice or left a heart. I don't even know these people. And you mad at me. I'm not following you because this shit bothers me and it bothers me. And so if I leave a comment back, if somebody say, oh, love you, Babs, and I leave a heart back to a stranger, I don't know them, it bothers you? So now you're not following me no more? This is crazy.
YME says it takes a special person to date a stripper too. Like, yo, I was dating a stripper, so she understood my attention. I understood her attention. You know what I'm saying? At first, it was like, you know, I was intimidated by everything, so I acted the way a normal person would act. Like, yo, why you giving them your phone number? This, that, and third. But then it dawned on me one day, like, unless you ready to retire this bitch, you better shut up. She's the product. So I started helping her. Girl, let me help you with your hair and stuff. Taking her to work. You know what I'm saying? So the strip club with her, but you know, it takes a special kind of person to understand. Like, yo, I'm just being me. You know, I'm the life of the party, and it is zodiac signs too. I'm telling you.
Yes, it is. And they try to
control people. Are there any like people that are not in the limelight that in the comment section that you maybe want to bring up? Because it is difficult when you're dating a celebrity, but we're talking about a normal day-to-day with a couple that is just coming into their relationship. She goes to visit him in Charlotte. They're just fine. All she did was converse with the guy behind her who her son started having a conversation with first. It's not the same as dating a celebrity, or you don't have that same expectation. So what about your...
As a regular person, like, I'm not a celebrity 38 hours a day. I'm just saying, like, as a regular person, like, if it's a normal conversation in line at the Walmart or the Target, all right, cool. But if it's too, you know, if it's too friendly, like, it's all your body language, you know what I mean? Like, if it's like he tell a little joke and you just doing an extra little laugh, you know, I had to be there to see the situation. My girl's so crazy, a man opened the door for her at the store. She went through the other door, you know, so, I mean, she's not even here to play around with me. You know, we'll be in line like, hey, how you doing? How's your day? Oh, what you order? You buying this stuff? You cooking out? You know what I mean? Just, you know, having a good time while we're in line. So,
yeah, and people have problems with that. And they try to control your social media, and then they listen to their friends. And then their friends try to control you because their friends they on your page screenshotting shit. I hate friends. I hate your friends. The friends are the worst, yo. They screenshot shit and then send it back, or they be like, yo, y'all good? What you mean? Yo, oh, look what she posted. I'm just making sure. None of your fucking business, you nosy, hating female dog. Okay? The friends are the worst. And then they even question it. Why you, she don't post pictures of y'all. Mind your business. You work with Sharika that worked at Rotimi, bitch. Your life is different. Your life with your boo is different. Your boo work at White Castle, bitch. So don't be asking my boo why I'm not doing certain things. The friends are the worst. I can't stand friends. I swear, I can't.
All right.
We sorry, Babs.
I got it, Miss Lissa.
Blessings, everybody. It sounds like a whole lot of drama.
All right, we got Dr. Lyken in the building. Doc, what up?
Blessings to all the queens. How y'all been?
What kind of
good?
You're putting them under anesthesia?
No.
And doing what to do?
We pushing P. A whole lot of prosperity.
C-sections.
A whole lot of prosperity.
So give us your amen. Ashe. So give us your take on this situation.
I do think it has to do with trust. First off, a woman's not going to feel that type of way if a man did not cross the line, or she has not been in a relationship where a man had crossed the line and actually stepped out and cheated on her. So a lot of it does have to do with insecurity and trust, you know, and it's very hard to be in a relationship like that. Those are big red flags on both sides of the scale. So
you absolutely right. But sometimes it don't even be the cheating. It be this person could be so insecure that they think you're cheating and you're not even cheating. Like, you know, my ex got mad at me because I called somebody beautiful that wasn't even beautiful. But she just, it's the fact that I'm just saying to another female that you're beautiful, and she told me that I was disrespectful.
Now, let me ask, on the other side, has your man ever been in a relationship where a woman was cheating on him? Or that man that you were talking about in particular?
I'm not talking about a man, but yeah,
that woman.
not.
That person.
Well, that person.
Yeah, but and you know what? You're absolutely right, because I used to say to her, you need to go back to your ex because she need to deal with that. I'm getting the blame for what your ex did. So all that attitude that you giving me, go back to her, be nasty to her, and give her all of that. And when you get it out your system, then we can rock. It's not fair that I got to be punished for what somebody else did, and now they living their life happily ever after, and I'm over here with you, with your insecure ass.
Right. So I like to get to the root of a lot of problems, because if we don't solve the root, then it's going to keep being brought up in a relationship. And a lot of time, like I said, it's due to that hurt. They have some previous hurt from another person or from that actual person that's giving these lust temptation signs. But the only way to get over that is to really communicate, let people know your heart and intentions, because at the same time, they just think that you're going to step out. And a lot of people just don't want that disloyalty in a relationship, because nobody wants to be with somebody that they got to look over their shoulder, lock all the doors. They don't know if one of your little side pieces is going to try to send somebody to come rob the house. It's a lot of trauma that people deal with. So they just don't want to deal with nobody having no side pieces at all. So I can respect the insecure person, but at the same time, that insecure person needs to chill.
You need to heal yourself before you get into another relationship. You need to work on you and stop jumping into something else, because you are, what they say, if you don't heal your wound, you're going to bleed on people that didn't cut you. Why do I need
That's true too. But it can be fixed by communication.
Oh,
I spoke about that earlier with the filters that we all have in life. So I know it's easy for us to say, well, I don't want to be the one, go back to who hurt you. But then a lot of us will just have to go back to everybody in our lives. Who has time for that? So some people might be damaged from relationships, but some people's hurt and their trauma come from their parents. All of us are experiencing some form of PTSD, or all of us is experiencing some type of hurt or pain. So I would say to heal yourself before you jump relationship to relationship. I'm with you on that. Take your time in between. And one thing that people don't understand is sometimes y'all just not compatible. Sometimes people be having the hardest time. You get with somebody, y'all might have great, intercourse, but you're not always compatible with everybody. And if somebody is showing you displaying this, then what else? Because once you give them that inch, then they're gonna take the yard. So now it's the
whole highway.
Yeah, so it's all right, boom, I ain't gonna talk to the person in the store. Then this next, you was looking at them, or we ain't going here. It's just, I don't like nobody who's controlling. I'm not gonna control you. We human beings. God gave us free will, and I am not gonna use mine being confined by.
And let's stop having intercourse before we deal with the outer court, okay? You let people get inside of you, boys, that ain't even they don't even deserve to penetrate you. Did they get you mentally first? You are compatible spiritually. Let's stop going to the physical first. Let your mind take over, okay? If it don't feel right, it's not right. Y'all ignoring red flags. Y'all ignoring red flags until it's Six Flags. You think it's going to be fun. Everybody don't want to deal with your roller coaster. It's okay to work on you before you start moving on to other people. And that's just where I am. I've been saying that since the beginning of the show. I just feel like everybody needs to work on themselves first. You shouldn't be wanting to jump into a relationship if you're looking for a man to take care of you. If you can't take care of yourself, you're not even ready for a relationship. You're looking for the wrong thing. And if you are hurt and you worried about people cheating on you or what have you, that's an insecurity within you. So work on those things first. Don't allow people to put you in a negative mind space where you can't trust the next person. Work on you. Because
one thing about self-love,
you're not worried about somebody cheating on you, because you understand that you are valuable. I don't think nobody that's going to get with me going to be cheating on me because I'm valuable. You going to mess this up? What's his name? Gucci Mane said he's with a wonderful woman. He said he would never ruin his marriage for 5 minutes of fun because he knows it's not worth it. So when you understand that you are worthy, you will find somebody that understands that you are worthy and that you are worth it. The end, girl.
All right.
God.
And that's self-love right there. If I could say, that's self-love. And once we learn, through self-love, it comes from how we love ourselves. The way that we love ourselves, we actually teach others how to love us. So if you have any imperfection in self-love, it's just that's how you're showing that partner how to treat you.
Yes, and I also feel like people need to start being honest about what they need. Because I tell people, I be like, I could tell you what I want and what I need. And some things I want, I could do without, but everything that I need, I cannot do without. I'm not in a space where I could be wasting my time. So honesty is the best policy. Put things up on the table. If you meet somebody and like you said, Lissa, you can't want a man to take care of you if you can't take care of yourself, but you might meet somebody who want to take care of somebody. So you have to have those type of conversations. Like, somebody might be like, I'm good with taking care of somebody. All right, well, I want to be taken care of. You know what? Now y'all match for each other.
But you still got to add something and add value to the relationship. So back in the day,
that's the value, though.
But women were homemakers. They weren't just hanging outside doing nothing. You still added value.
Not all women. When you had certain men with money, they wife ain't do no house cleaning. They had maids and shit. She just looked pretty. That was her value. She was a trophy. That's her value.
That's old. It gets old. And then you start, when that happens, they got to pay the cost to be the boss. Now he's telling you what to do. Now you got all these things. You start having resentment. You got to still bring some kind of value. Whether you are a homemaker, whether you're a shoulder that he can lean on, whether you are the person that helps him to organize his thoughts. You can't just sit there and be pretty. You're not an ornament. You got to add something.
Like that.
But she right. You right. You do got to bring something to the table too, because the man is going to get burnt out. Even if you is all fun doing all the nasty stuff, it don't matter. The man does want a companion. He wants somebody that's actually going to challenge him a little bit. That's that's going to push him up that hierarchy ladder.
Oh, well, I seen men that was with women that ain't really do nothing.
How long though? But for how long?
Until he died. Ooh. Like dead ass. Like, and what she did was she was basically his trophy. So when he went out, his lifestyle and stuff, people get to see him with her, and she's the wife, and but she didn't really have to do too much because he had money. So they had maids, and what is it for her to do but go shopping and look nice and sleep with him, and they
to
laugh
be that
and
feminine
watch
energy to him,
together.
like to be that balance.
That's what I mean, and that's what I'm saying when it goes back to whatever the other person wants. If this person says, this is what I want a girl to look a certain way, watch TV with me, rub my neck, that's all I want.
You're still adding something. Now you're a masseuse. You are a psychologist, someone he could speak to. You're not just sitting there just being pretty. You're adding something to the life. You're not just there just to be there. You're doing something.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but I think that's just, and that's just going to happen naturally. Nobody's just going to sit there and just shut up and not say nothing for years. I'm just saying that just be with somebody that wants what you want. That's all I'm saying. Don't try to force something. If somebody,
but even with that relationship you're talking, I don't think that woman was just shutting up and taking stuff. It sounded like there was a balance. They had respect for each other. They both loved each other. That was her king and she was his queen. It sounds like that you're explaining.
That shit was a business arrangement for her.
Oh, shit.
It's a lot of gold diggers out here. It's a lot of trifling chicks. Look at Anna Nicole. Like, what did she do?
Is it a trifling and a gold digger if she's like really satisfying the man's mental, physical needs? Let's say it just stops right there.
That's her job. That's why I'm saying it's a business. If you don't really like this man,
you ain't got the answers
with him, and you only with him for money, and
you ain't got the answers.
Old man. She ain't like that old man.
Like, that's speculation because at the end of the day, they might have had that very deep, heartfelt conversations. She might have been able to talk to him a way that she never spoke to anybody else. We don't know what happened behind those closed doors. So at the end of the day, we don't know. She might have loved him till he died. We don't know.
What do you think, Luck?
I ain't got nothing to say.
I don't even know where y'all went. Like, y'all lost me like Cam Down ago. Like, I'm sitting here like everybody's just throwing everything. Like, we just had a gumbo. And I'm not even high. I know. So I'm like, yo, they was like, yeah, you got to do this. How did we go from that to, yo.
We love you.
Yeah, we out here.
Yo,
we off the
I
hip
was
with
like,
the sound effects.
It brings something to the table, but what about this? And I thought we were talking about jealousy, that we talked about people pulling up with money. My mama in the comments, some people are fake from the beginning. I mean, like, I don't know.
Yo, shout out to Mama Donna.
I don't know, but I do know in a relationship, people, it will be much more love, and the relationship is much more peaceful when you don't try to control each other. You understand? When you live and let live. I also understand that when you guys have an understanding, because a lot of us come from the relationship I have with the dancer really opened my eyes up to how relationships supposed to be, opposed to how relationships are, what society has built us to believe. And society has us built up to believe, like, oh, don't talk to nobody else, or don't do this, or don't do that. But it's like, once you trust your partner, your partner trusts you, and y'all have an understanding, then, hey, man, do your thing. I trust you. You trust me. Be free. I'm not talking about sexually go sleeping around. I'm not talking about that. But I'm just like, I'm not just going to be overbearing over your shoulder every minute. Don't be over mine. Like, I don't know.
I agree. No, you're right. And that's what I was initially talking about when I said, these are things that actually could be corrected in a relationship if you have communication, because it all borders down to trust.
Right.
So you just got to gain your partner's trust, and through communication, you could gain that trust. But a lot of people don't want to have these heartfelt conversations with their partners. It's very weird. They don't want to gain that understanding. A lot of partners aren't comprehending. You could try to talk to your partner, but that partner is not hearing it. They sitting down with the phone in their hand, they got the TV on, just totally distracted because they trying to numb so much pain. Well, but if you could just sit down, go ahead.
Well, sometimes you be high out of nowhere, you be like, let's talk. And you be like, oh, shit, you want to talk right now? Well, my baby suggested that everybody learn your lover's love language. So, I didn't say that's how every relationship should be. I said I learned what relationships should be. Gosh, girl. All right, listen, man, we out of here. BEC Egg and Cheese Show. I don't even know what's going on. Everybody's just talking.
Y'all have a good weekend, everybody.
Blessings.
Yeah. Thank you for joining Dr. Lyken. Thank you for all the badges you be buying, man. We love you, bro.
Thank you, Dr. Lyken.
It's all love. I appreciate you all. Got you on Wednesday.
It's the BEC Egg and Cheese Show. Shop.